So I'm like, no, it's not mine. I said, well, can you find out? So I did some digging. I'm like, shit. It turns out it's like a hospital bill from like, I don't know when. Uh, so, when I have those things, I pay them off. So I paid it off,
Mhm.
and that was a little bit of a hiccup, but otherwise everything's going smooth, man. We're heading down and
Oh,
did some digging. I'm like,
that's
shit.
me. There we go.
Heading down in 7 days for a 10-day dive trip.
Nice. So you'll be down there when I'm out in New Hampshire. We were going to leave Saturday. We have an open house here now on Saturday, so I'll be leaving on Sunday.
How's your house sale going? It's on the market now?
Yeah, it's on the market. I think we found somewhere and just going through all the normal bullshit of people want to see the house. Okay, get it all house prep. That's why there's no badges or anything behind me, because it's all, the whole house has been turned upside down to make it look pretty and to make it look not lived in, and no dogs, whatever. I don't get it.
Yeah.
It's a lie. To me, it's a lie. We live in this house, and when we live in this house, we keep this house bloody, beautifully well kept. I mean, the reason we got half a dozen Roombas running around the place, and a cleaner and dog poo cleaners, 3 or 4 times a week. So it feels very, very artificial to stage a house and then there's a showing in X number of hours, and then you got to get all this shit together and clean it up, leave all the fucking lights on. I mean, you want to talk about a bloody an environmental bloody hand grenade is the housing industry, apparently, because everybody leaves the fucking lights on, and then you get out with 3 dogs, and then literally 2 minutes after they're meant to be there, the showing, it cancels. I'm like, you motherfuckers. So been a few of those, but there's been a few good people. We got an open house on Saturday, and then heading off to New Hampshire on Sunday. So yeah, I don't like the dog and pony show bullshit that goes with it.
No, we purposely priced our house below market value because I don't give a shit how much money we make on it. I just want to get it sold. And so, and it's a pretty hot market where I live. So we had 20 showings in the first 24 hours, and then 7 offers. And we took one that was 40,000 over asking. And just, so we only had to do it for a day, thank God. And even that one day was a pain in the ass. I was like, fuck this.
Yeah. I mean, Jen got the place ready while I was out in Israel. Then I get back from Israel and I'm down with freaking COVID, for goodness sakes. And so, everything got put on hold because of that, because you can't, show or go or do anything. So yeah, it's definitely one of those, having not gone through it before. And in the UK, it's a very, very different, very, very different thing. But yeah, it's interesting.
Brian, you look kind of small, man.
Yeah.
It's like it's.
I went for the zoomed out a little bit. I'm playing with some different camera setups.
Nice. Well, all my podcasting setup is, needless to say, sitting in a freaking box somewhere.
I feel like I'm supposed to get closer to you. There you are. I can see you now.
It's just straight on the iPad at the moment. Everything's neutered and muted and stuff.
Yeah, I'm on the MacBook. Got the MacBook camera, and then this thing over here.
Yeah, that's a nice. I'm the one I have, that Yeti one's okay, but I think it's going to get traded out. Where Danny is working with somebody else who's going to do a lot more, potentially do some more production on the Dr. Dark Web stuff, and so they're opting for better cameras and audio gear and all that other crazy shit.
Yep, that's kind of the thing. I got to make some videos and do some stuff. So I thought I'd try this out.
Yeah. Hey, Rachel's on. We got Rachel.
Ready to go farming.
I like it.
I can see the middle. Oh, there we go. It's a fork. It's nice to see Rachel on and everybody. We made it 100. Good grief.
Happy 100.
100.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy because we're such squirrels, you know, that one, we kept it up, and two, we're all pretty opinionated too, and none of us pissed each other off too much through all this, which is really cool. A lot of respect in this show.
Mm-hmm.
Each other.
How you been? I know, Ev, you've been grinding, getting ready for the move.
What?
I was asking how you've been.
Good, man. I was telling Chris, this is my favorite time of the week because you're landing the plane. You know, I mean, all my hard work that I was going to do this week is pretty much done. If it didn't get done this week, you know, it's probably not going to get done tomorrow. So I stay up late tonight. I sleep in tomorrow. So I like this, you know, and, you know, I get to finish the week off with a couple of dudes that I really like, you know, love. So that's cool. So yeah, things are going good for me. Chris is, I think, in a little bit more of a shit show right now and trying to get his house sold and all that stuff, man.
Yeah, there's a few things going on. It's, you know, I always look at life, there's always pillars. You know, there's like that work pillar, a home pillar, a life pillar, and a few others. And unfortunately, a few of them are a little shaky at the moment, shakier than I really want them. And I don't do well. I can do well with one or two of them being a little messed up, but you know, when the roof over the head is going through some changes, when, you know, work it's good, but it's frustrating. You know, rose-colored spectacles are off, and when your CISO is having to justify why your CISO is doing CISO things at conferences, especially aviation ones, and when it's money out of my pocket and they're not paying, and all these other things, that's a little frustrating when you're having to basically having to justify what you're doing to a board of advisors. It's pretty frustrating. I just want to get shit done, and I don't know. We'll see.
So real quick, before we go any further, on the advisement of my legal counsel, the show now has a disclaimer. So anything said on any prior episode up to and including this moment now, and everything said from this moment hereafter, is the opinions of Chris, Evan, and myself, does not represent or endorse or support any of the businesses we work on, any of the projects, nonprofits, affiliates, friends, family, etc. The shit show is not officially associated with any of our business dealings, and we will have a much better formal disclaimer.
Dude, I could have just read you the one that he sent us.
I never saw the one. I just heard that we need to do this.
We don't have to do this every time, do we? This can just be in the normal.
We just throw it in the beginning. We just have a slide, just like they do on the TV shows. Anytime it's an interview, it's good for us. I promise. You want this?
No, I get it. So that way we can get on and insult like Clown Strike and
whatever we want.
Everybody else,
right? We deal with those consequences, but that's separate of business, right? We don't want our businesses feeling any impact.
I think it's funny when lawyers do lawyer things.
That's what we pay them for.
Yeah, true. To some degree. Again, you would wish we would be in a society where we didn't have to do that.
What day was that when we got that fucking thing?
I don't know.
Shit, do you suppose I put it? I probably put it in the. Oh, here we go. Here it is. This is what it is. The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are the opinions of the speakers and are not necessarily the opinions of FR Secure LLC and or Security Studio LLC. And I assume, boom,
Probably
Incorporated.
Boom, Hillbilly Hit Squad, yeah, the Whorehouse, all those other good places.
Yeah. Nor do any of the speakers represent FR Secure or Security Studio or of the aforementioned places that the other guy mentioned. FR Secure and or Security Studio have not and do not participate in the production or publication of this podcast. Thank you very much. We may proceed.
Excellent.
Good. Now we can insult the crap out of everybody we need to with that.
Look at this. I got a new toy.
A breathalyzer
No.
or a flow meter?
This is an oxygen sensor that so I can do my nitrox dives.
Ah, cute.
Expensive little fucker, man. This thing's $200.
Yeah, but you know what? It'll save your life.
Yeah, that's what I'm told. My dive instructor said, yeah, you might want to get one of these. And I'm like, for what? He's like, well, we're gonna do some nitrox dives. I'm like, it sounds good.
Nice. Yeah, you definitely want that because you need to know what blend. Because once you know what blend, you also know how much is in the bloodstream, and then you can calculate how long you're going to be twiddling your thumbs and reading a book at X feet and X depth.
Right, those safety stops.
Yeah, that'll be the ones.
Comes in a nice little waterproof case.
Nice.
It should be waterproof on its own.
Who knows?
Yeah,
I probably didn't pay enough. gotta buy the
I'm
premium
heading,
edition.
that reminds me, I got to hit the dive shop in this neck of the woods and get my my multi-tank thing sorted out before I take it out there. Otherwise, I'm going to be on one tank at a time, and actually that won't work for me. So I'll just probably end up belly carrying another tank anyway and changing halfway through, just to piss everybody off.
Check out these price, man. I got some sweet ass price deals with my dive instructor.
Nice.
Because we have 10 people coming, and I'm doing like 16 dives.
Nice.
What the fuck is the price? It was like, because he gave me and John 50% off. It's like 2 dives. Here we go. So 2 dives, boat and everything, and tanks and all that shit, $80.
Damn, that's actually
A really
nice.
good deal.
Yeah.
For
Just
the
the
night
metal
dive
alone.
I know. For the night dive, $50. For my wife, who will be doing her first ever.
Oh, is she going?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Totally cool.
Yeah, I'm so proud of her. She's gonna give it a shot. And I said, anytime you don't feel comfortable and you just want to punk out, don't worry about it. You do it.
Mm-hmm.
But her lesson and her beginner dive is $120.
That's actually cool.
Yeah, negotiate some good prices with my Mexican friend.
That's cool. I mean, you keep bringing in good stuff, so I mean, that's never a bad thing.
Yeah, I brought him. I mean, we've got 16 dives scheduled, and that's pricing for me and John. But most of these dives, we've got Kevin coming, Oscar. I mean, we've got a whole bunch of divers diving this trip.
Nice.
It'll be a lot of fun. I started playing guitar again.
Cool.
I suck.
Uh-oh.
No, I do. I really suck at it. I'm not good at it at all. I can't get my fucking fingers around the damn neck of the fucking guitar.
I've tried that a few times. It just feels so strange.
It's fucking nuts. One of these days I'll learn if we end up doing this podcast or this security shit show long enough. One of these days I'll play some sweet ass Metallica jams for you guys.
I like it. Well, you'll get, we'll get you some lessons here in a couple of weeks.
Well, and Oscar, Oscar Minks, he
plays
amazing.
really good.
He's
I guess
amazing. And he told me start with the cowboy chords. Learn the cowboy chords. And I'm like, what the fuck's a cowboy chord? So I had to Google it, and turns out there's 8 chords. And, so learn how to first just learn the chords and then learn how to transition between them. And so I tried the first one, and the first chord is the E chord, and I can't even get my fucking fingers there. So, I mean, I'm stuck on like the first, like, motherfucker, really? Cocksucker, and then strum it, and like, damn it, my fat part of my finger hit the other string. Fuck it. I'll figure it out.
Get those hand clamp deals. Start doing the the spring, whatever the hell it is.
Well, I think the deal is to just keep going at it. Just keep trying it, keep trying it, keep trying it. And eventually you'll figure it out. And you do it enough times and you get the muscle memory, and then you just get there. Right. And it just takes time. Just like hacking, I was it was on what podcast was it with Christoph Foulon, breaking into cybersecurity. He asked me yesterday, we were chatting about him teaching for us, and he's like, yeah, you should come join the podcast sometime. I'm like, all right, just let me know when. He goes, how about tomorrow? All right, fuck, let's do tomorrow. So we did that today. And I don't know why I brought that up. Why did I bring that up? I don't know. Fuck it. I did it already.
I like it.
Guitars. We were talking about guitars, weren't we?
Yeah. You got the guitar. I went to a education event today. That was pretty sweet. It's Avid.
Oh yeah.
That was really cool, man. I got to see their they had there's a couple of teachers who have gone through the program talk about the impact that it had on them as educators. They had some of the students talk. So it was really cool to just see what happens when people invest in people. Like, because these kids, a lot of these kids are kids that are, they fall in that group, right? We don't know what to do with this one, or this one doesn't want to try, or there's, behavioral issues or whatever, right? Definitely things, that I, identify with from my journey. And when we were sitting there and this kid gets up and, he's telling the story of, nothing, immigrant parents that, mom got deported. One of the kids, the mom had been deported and died in the desert trying to come back. And these kids had some hard knocks, and they just, because of the program and the people actually spending time giving a shit and putting in that little extra, these kids were able to achieve some pretty awesome accomplishments, and are going on to different universities and got all the accolades and grant money and all that. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That's pretty awesome.
I'm so cooked this week. So, Chris, when you say things are out of balance, you get somber, right? Like, that's totally a thing. Like, we've done 100 of these, and when you're stressing, you're somber, right? Evan, whatever, throw the dice. He doesn't know what he's going to get. We don't know what we're going to get. I get weird. I'm fried. So I'm super full of energy, but almost brain dead, if that makes I'd struggle on my words, and I can just my thoughts, the ADD's just spinning out of control. Yeah. It has been I believe the technical term is dick kicker of a week.
Yeah,
I believe that's
I love it, man. Because I always look at you and everybody really is like my kids, and so when you see one of your kids get kicked in the balls, it's good for them in the long run. It makes you happy. When it's actually damaging to you and hurtful, like in a permanent way. Right. Then dad wants to step in and kick some ass. But I love it when you get your butt kicked a little bit, man. It's good. It's good for you. It's preparing you for what's to come, and what's to come is, these challenges you have today will be
magnified.
Well, there'll be nothing compared to there'll be nothing compared to what you're looking at today, because you're getting prepared for it. It's
right.
Good.
Well, and just on the personal side too, it's just all around. It's been, and this happens. I forget who said it in the chat at one point, but somebody was like, when it goes south for me, I'm paraphrasing, it's 3x. It's never a thing. It's never been a thing. It's like, oh, today's the day we're just going to have compounding fucking issues, and each one feeds and makes the next worse. And then at some point I'm just like, okay, I choose happy. Fuck this shit. I got to breathe it out, and I just kind of force smile my way through it. instead of internalizing it. I used to do the like somber deal, right? But that's so weightful and it's so heavy. And then I just the weight, it would just crush me. So now I'm just like, okay, I'm going to be a bit crazy and freaking out of my sorts for a little bit, but I'm doing it with a smile. I'm laughing my way through the tragedy, you know.
Did you have more shit today than that I didn't know about? Because we've been checking in.
It's just yeah, there's always something, right? Part of it is
welcome to the leadership. This is
and it's not just work stuff, right? Like there are things that I have been processing through in life events, right? I don't just because I can move forward in a joyful way from events and things and shittiness doesn't mean that I move through it at that pace or that I get past it or over it in that pace. And so, you know, some of the recent life events, and you're aware of, you know, and I'll be brave enough to share, like Amy is struggling with health issues with her business again, right? Mm-hmm. So, you know, there's a reason she's the leading patient advocate. It's because she's a patient, right? So it's and that always adds a level, right? Because now that outlet of reprieve and release and you know, that's just not there right now, which is okay, right? That's, you know, I'd much rather her be healthy and we work to figure out what the hell is what, but like add that on top of this, on top of that. And then I went out to the shop to de-stress, and every fucking thing that could go wrong did. And it's okay. It's okay. Cause I'm a Bob Ross kid, right? Happy accidents, whatever. Like, oh, it didn't work out. Well, that's because that was the first time I did it. Didn't work out the fifth time I did it, but it's a little bit better. I keep going. But it's just every time I've gone to get rid of some of that stress by one of the leisure activities or things that I enjoy, and that didn't work out either. I'm just uncle.
Yeah.
So tonight I'm going to have a beer on the shit show because uncle, drink a couple of beers and shoot the shit with you kids. And
well, you guys used to drink beers like often on the shit show.
I know. I need to go get something.
Well,
gin and tonic earlier, and then you need to go get something.
I recognized. Well, there's not. But for me, one of the things that I've been practicing is not drinking at home. You know, as one who recently lost a family member due to alcoholism. And then when I attended said memorial, there were beer koozies as a gift. Bless their hearts. I love all of you. Some of you may be listening. Love you. Not judging. Just that's something I had to work through. I had thoughts and feelings about that I deemed in a healthy way after much consideration, not to need to be shared at the time, but the fuck?
Sometimes it's okay to judge, man.
No, that's not it. Because it came from a place of love, and I know that. It did. We'll offline that conversation, but I can assure you that decision was made from a place of love, and my mother would have been quite pleased. Just FYI, she would have been.
People have a fucked up definition of love.
Moving on.
Yeah.
But on a positive note, I'm making ribs this Saturday, hanging out with my stepdad. He's in town, so my mom's husband. And him and I are going to spend some time on Saturday and go to the record store, go to my favorite record store, get a new vinyl, come back, spin it on the nice sound system, and smoke some ribs. And yeah.
That's cool, man.
Sunday heading to New Hampshire, which would be nice. 2 weeks out of New Hampshire on the dock, well, under the water at the dock, for as much as I can. Still have to do some work, but try and take some downtime.
Good for you.
Mm-hmm.
quality of life, man. People, I woke up this morning and I'm trying to figure out a healthy lifestyle. This next chapter of my life is supposed to be about healthy. You know, I'm a chapter guy in my life. You look across my life, you know, like when I was done with high school, I was done with high school.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any high school friends. I have lots of acquaintances, lots of people that, you know, hey, Evan, how's it going? You know, I know you, but we're not friends anymore. I don't do that shit anymore. I'm done. So this next chapter is about health. And so I'm trying to figure that out. And this week, I actually, you know, most of the nights I got like 8 hours of sleep, which is like really kind of weird. The first couple of nights, it was like, I felt like I got less sleep because I was just like, what the fuck? And then I took this, this is going to sound weird, but probably not for me. This Detox 360.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I'm going to try that shit, you know, because I'm going to Mexico where the food is going to be less processed than it is here. So I kind of want to reset that shit, you know? So I did a bunch of research and I'm like, all right, you know, I'll buy this stuff. So I started taking it. And now I've been like I said, it's going to sound weird, but it's a shit show. I've been shitting on a regular basis now. And I'm like, damn, this is fucking awesome. I love it. I want to do this more. So that's really, really cool. I haven't had any energy. I have one energy drink. This is the only energy drink I've had all week. I've been drinking water. Anyway, so I was sitting on the deck with my wife this morning and we were talking about just how blessed we are, right? I mean, you look around and it's like, I got nothing to bitch about.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. I got way more than I need. I got way more than I deserve. And it's just like, fucking, hey, I mean, if you look at this shit, it's so cool. And we started to kind of taking an inventory of like things, but then, quality of life kind of, because I think I'm in that stage of my life now where now I am more focused on quality of life.
Yeah.
Right. What kind of quality do I have when I was working 20 hours a day? I was killing myself and I'm trying to not kill myself anymore. And so I dropped one of the podcasts, finding somebody to teach the CVCSO program so she can take that and lead that. And then, I'll take more of a coaching role. That's kind of the stage of the career I'm in, and I'm looking forward to it. So when I hear you, Chris, taking a couple of weeks off to go recharge your batteries, and you fucking need that.
Yeah, it's there's a few things to work out while I'm out there, definitely. The rugrat being one of them, so it'll be an interesting one. We'll do that and just a few other things. We'll see how it goes.
Can you send your rugrat to me and I'll send my rugrat to you? That'll shake things up.
Rugrat exchange.
If I could actually communicate with my rugrat at the moment, I would do that.
Yeah, so then you get the perfect angel syndrome.
What's that?
Oh yeah,
when you do the rugrat exchange, you get the perfect angel syndrome. Yeah,
that'll be absolutely fantastic.
Anytime my child ever stayed anywhere, oh my gosh, he's so thoughtful and he's helpful and he's like, where the fuck is that child when he's in my house?
but that expires. There's an expiration date on that. If I keep them long enough, the real person comes back.
Yeah, I suppose.
I don't know what that date is. Maybe it's a week or two. Maybe it's maybe it's a month. I don't know. It'd be interesting to find out.
Probably at least a few weeks. Probably at least a few weeks, potentially a month. But yeah, no, you're right. It's so yeah. If I can ever get hold of my rugrat again, then we'll trade.
Well, my wife is playing defense right now with my daughter, which I think is funny. Like, I don't know what you're trying to do. You know what I mean? I'm trying to save her from herself, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then herself is still there. So if you're trying to, I don't know what you're doing, but whatever, it's cool. She goes, well, I just, it's funny.
Yeah. Kids.
Well, kids and moms too. Moms are different than dads. Like my daughter never, ever, ever comes and asks me for money because she knows the answer. You know where to get fucking money. It's called a job. Go.
Mm-hmm.
It's where I get mine. I don't know what. I'm not your job. I mean, I'm not. I didn't hire you for anything. And if I did, get some fucking shit done around here. So she never ever asked me for money. And then I was on the couch, between the class tonight, and this, my wife and I she was sitting on the chair. I was just kind of laying on the couch with the dogs, and Lydia comes in. Mom, can I have some money? I started laughing, like, how much do you need? Well, not a lot. It's not a number. I need a fucking number. Well, $10, $20. I'm like, well, I'm not answering. You asked your mom, so she can answer. I was just curious. What are you spending the money on? I don't know. Fucking kids.
Yeah, at the moment, kind of in that somewhat mindset. But I've put all mine in a box, and I've closed the box, and I've put the box away for a while because it's the only way I'm going to deal with it. I ain't going to get dealt with any other way.
Well, there's some wisdom to that, man. I mean, truly, for my faith thing, I've always believed that she's God's daughter before she's mine. And so and that's kind of the phase I'm in actually right now with Lydia is, God, you take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
You do it. I'll be here when the time is right, but it's out of my hands.
It's similar thought process, different focus, should we say? But yeah, pretty much nothing I can do at this point. So rather than getting spun up about it, it's going in a box, lock the box, stick the box in a hole, deal with it.
Cool.
Not exactly probably the right way of dealing with it. Most people will be like, oh, good grief, but it is what it is.
No, I think it is the right way, to be honest, because you get to a certain point where you've done all it is that you can do and you've run out of options. Rather than ruin your life while you're trying to figure out some other option that doesn't exist, cut it and wait.
Yep.
Yeah,
it sucks, but it is what it is. It sucks because, again, part of it is I have absolutely no fucking clue where it came from or why, or the logical reasons or the wherefores. Part of it is I'm not very good when there's no communication. I tend to retaliate. As one does when one's, so, I look at the phone. Well, it's off of my account now. She can do what the hell she wants with it as far as I'm concerned. And I looked at the car and I'm like, you know what? I own the car, and there's a huge temptation to take ownership back of that, but I'll leave that for the minute.
No, good for you too, because I think when you act out of anger, that's one thing.
Yeah.
When you act logic, I mean, that's another thing. So when you come to the point that it's a logical decision to take the car back, then you do it,
Well, that's it. With the phone, it was simple. I'm like, that's there for a communication tool. You're not communicating. You're not effectively doing anything with it. You can do your own damn thing at this point. And apparently you're earning money over finishing school or any other things that you should be dealing with. Therefore, great, you earn it. You can now have a level of responsibility with it.
Wait, responsibility?
Yeah, well.
I don't understand.
No shit, exactly. Yeah, no.
You didn't teach me that. I'm like, fuck, I've been teaching you that the whole fucking life.
I'm watching Chip with his, now people start hacking telescopes. Yeah, I do realize I've been fucking hacking those things for a number of years.
Did you see my response?
What's happening? Am I missing something?
No, it's on the chat. Chip wants to redirect one of the telescopes to the moon to prove that, we landed on the moon, all that kind of crazy shit, which, given the fact that Jen's family were very good friends with Neil and his family, I think we have sufficient proof from that already.
I agree. I concur.
If we need to go hacking telescopes, then I might have a little bit of experience in that field.
Hacking telescopes, I like that.
Yeah, telescopes are fun to play with.
Radio in general, there's so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for putting Bluetooth on your door lock. Appreciate that.
Good God.
Thank you for installing that Ring doorbell.
Yep. Anything, everything.
Well, and what's really neat is if you manage to work your way into Sidewalk, and then you point that feed at, say, a object recognition ML, then you can follow somebody pretty much anywhere in the 7-county metro with small gaps in visibility.
Yeah.
but then you still have other data points, right? If you're doing it right. But
You can't do that in Mexico.
no, not like here. No,
There ain't no fucking neighborhood where I live.
No, but I still got your cell phone, which means I can still triangulate you.
Oh yeah, you can have that. Yeah, you can come see me.
We could spit and hit the main towers, so not for long.
That's fair. That's
I should get rid of my phone. I don't like my phone anymore.
What are we going to go to ham? I mean, I'm good to go, but
I'm just gonna go with nothing. You want to come see me?
they
postal. You going full analog? We got to send you a letter.
Still,
If you want to come see me, you just come down and visit. You got something to talk about.
Useful. They're still useful.
What, phones?
Yeah.
I mean, depends on the lifestyle you want. They can be a hindrance to a lot of people's happiness and productivity.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. A phone in contextual use. It doesn't mean mine, it's right here. Now, I'm typically happiest on a Saturday when that thing is nowhere near me. But there are times I want to have it close by. There are times I want maps. There are times I want to call the restaurant and order some food or see if there's a table.
Okay, the evil iPhone, there is one feature that I have discovered that I use more than any other feature. And that's Siri as a calculator.
Oh, yeah.
But I still have to push the button.
Siri is a timer. I actually love Siri as a timer. I was cooking something the other day and you just yelled up, hey Siri, set a timer for 30 minutes.
Makes doing my shop math easy.
Yeah. No, I totally with you on that one. Yeah.
I wonder how long I could go without my phone. Just like, fuck it. Maybe I'll on my drive trip, I'll just leave it here. Be like, oh fuck.
So if that's fine, but then like I need contingency plans. I need documented, if you can't be contacted to authorize or make decisions, I need a general leaning of what you want for outcomes.
Don't worry about it. You're
I love working for this guy. This is great. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, I just, contingency plan. Nah, we good.
Well, I'll give you it's a 2-word contingency plan. Wing it.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. You're smart. You got this shit, man. You're capable. Go for it.
Yeah, it's all good.
And the worst case, if you can't get hold of him, the rest of us are here to.
Oh, no. I just meant like, not for that. I mean, trust me.
No, for running ideas by. If you suddenly have a crazy idea to do X, you got an entire family around you. They'll be like,
I don't know.
Not sure about that.
Yeah, it's I don't know, man. I did not get a lot of hope this week with the snake oil is getting oilier.
Oh, you want to talk about fucking snake oil? I had one today. Yes. No, it was today. It was, I think I saved it. It was LinkedIn. I was really pissed actually, because I'm like, how dare you bring kids into this?
Creepy noises outside my garage.
That's not good.
I have a thing.
You have a thing. That's a thing.
Bring it.
There we go. I got it. Okay, here it is. Hey, Chris, attached is some art my daughter made for you. She heard me talking to my partner about how I thought you could be a great fit for my company's services, and she went to town. Don't ask me how she got your picture. My team and I specialize in pairing business owners and leadership with the world's best offshore executive assistants, yada, yada, yada. So I ran a message back. Oh, she was like, after doing digging, blah, blah, blah. P.S. Either way, please let me know what you think of the art project. I promised I'd report back. So I sent a message, and I know this is bullshit because ironically enough, she hit Danny up as well. I'm like, of all the people to hit her and I. And I'm like, Sue, you and I both know that your kid didn't run off and do this. Why open a conversation with a lie? Because I'm like, you know, you want to start a business relationship, and the first thing you do is lie to me.
Not a good idea. Never lies. Fuck lies. I hate lies.
I mean, seriously, it's just, I don't know.
So I like simple, right? And if I give you one simple rule, just one, that's it. Don't lie.
Where'd this come from? You just sent to me.
Oh yeah, I never told you about this. This is so I stopped the Unsecurity podcast. This is the next one I'm going to do.
Oh, I like that. I like it. That's actually really cool.
And it's going to be, here's the deal. It's going to be like this, but I'm going to call out things and people by name.
Hence the disclaimers.
We've been doing it for 100 episodes. I mean, how often have we come up with fucking Fart Trace and Clown Strike? And
but here's the difference though. Like we've kind of kept it on the outskirts. Evan's going for the blood, man. He's going to go for jugular.
Did you see the LinkedIn post I put up the other day?
He's not going to have Ryan going, no.
Did you see the LinkedIn post? I called both of you in it.
I want to say yes.
It.
I don't know.
Yeah, I loved it, man. It was a great job.
Well, and to me, I mean, I hate to say it. That's, you want to figure out what you want to do next and all that stuff. I would love to do that. I think it would be a fantastic thing to do. And I've been kicking the idea around for a little bit, and I just put the post out there just to see what people thought about it. And it's been overwhelmingly positive, like stupid. I would love to be able to do this. And I think, you know, Evan, you keep saying, what do you want to do next? Holding the industry accountable by validating and trusting people's feedback on products, whether they be good, bad, or ugly. I mean, if somebody wants to put a positive post about Clown Strike on there, I really want to hear it, because it might counter the other 99 instances I keep hearing about where it's terrible. I kind of want, but they better be somebody who hasn't gotten a $100 gift card to say nice things or hasn't gotten a 10% discount. I want people that we trust, not to be cynical bastards, but to be true, realistic.
Well, and okay, I like this, but let's make sure we also separate technology, capability, form, function, works as advertised, right, from business practice. Because a lot of times we will muddy those waters. There are businesses I won't do business with. They have a product I'm very interested in, but the way they conduct themselves, I have no interest in.
Yeah, I think what I would love to do is basically put both a criteria for who gets a good looking at and how they get evaluated. And it's the company and also, to your point, the products. And I think it goes both ways. You know, and I think I'd love to put this out there and go, you know, if you're going to go, a perfect example, if you're going to go do business with EchoStar or Dish Networks, one, fucking armor up first. Secondly, be ready to put up with a bunch of bullshit. Thirdly, be ready to have your T's and C's sorted out and go through a ton of shit. Fourthly, be ready to not get paid properly. You know, so, but I want it done properly. I want it so that there's reality brought to both sides of this whole thing.
See, I love that. You remember when I texted you guys on Saturday, and I talked. We've been talking about around this a long time.
Mm-hmm.
We've all had this idea about the vendor bullshit factor.
Mm-hmm.
So if we come up with objective criteria, so doing the job that the FTC should be doing, we're just going to do it. We're just going to do it ourselves. Fuck it.
Yeah.
How much of your advertising is lies? How, you know, what's your customer really say about their experience?
Well, right. So you have to come up with objective criteria, and ideally they're objective criteria that we can automate and find publicly, right? So we can create a scanner, a tool to look for certain pattern heuristics, whatever, in publicly available data and generate your VBF, your vendor bullshit factor. With criteria of how you could actually improve your vendor bullshit factor. Stop saying the word fucking guarantee. Stop.
Well, and that's why, I mean, Danny's got some fantastic stuff that she's been putting into this. Yeah. So I think you could put a number of folks who would be almost the validators to this, you know, and then anybody that comes in that's going to leave a review, I want to strip the anonymity away as well, because, you know, if all of a sudden I find that the review you left on, you know, on McAfee's antivirus was glowing and wonderful was because you got a 25% fucking discount, or I find out that you're a vendor that managed to get through whatever fucking traps and criteria that we have in place, there will be repercussions.
Death.
So I want honestly, because what I want to do is, perfect example, like now, you know, we're looking at building out certain products and stuff like that. And I mean, God forbid, it's been on the bloody cards for basically since I stepped in the front door. But now, like first week of August, we go through the architecture review board, not architecture review, the board of directors and advisors. And, you know, I'm going in there with a list of things I want to do and a list of products and a list of pricing and stuff like that. And that's based off of my tribal knowledge. But if I didn't have that, then how do I know that the product I'm putting in front of it is actually going to go in as least of a pain-free way as possible? I mean, nothing's perfect. We all know that. But it's how a company acts and reacts when something goes wrong. It's how they help you, whether, you know, we've said this before, whether they walk alongside you when something's happening, or whether it's, you know, here, call the 1-800 support line and be on hold for 4 hours. That's the shit I want to know.
Skin in the game. Oh, yeah. I got a fun one today. So it came up.
Chip says, don't get me started about Microsoft. Chip and I are like kindred spirits.
Yeah, you are.
Well, AWS ain't much better. Hey, we got a problem. Great. Here's the 4 hours on hold fucking call number.
Or Google, you'll never find a call number.
Yeah, you can't call Google. It's free.
Yeah.
Until you pay. And then you still can't call.
I was gonna say, even when you pay, we're paying money on you know, both the HHS and the boom side of the fence. We're paying money. And this is the thing. I want to know, if I'm sitting there looking at going cloud vendor, I want to know, I want a real honest opinion as to whether shit's going to hurt and here's how much, versus, oh no, everything's great, it's wonderful, because we all fucking know it isn't.
Well, and I don't get that part. Okay, so one of the good question today about assessing a vendor was, you know, do you do encryption on the database? And the follow-up to that was, you know, what type of encryption? And my feedback was, I actually don't give a shit, because that's not the way I want that to be structured. I'm more interested in, are you aligned to current best practice recommendation from NIST on whatever that encryption standard is?
Yeah,
that's a moving target. So let's not build this to be thinking about this minute when we know the tech changes every 2 seconds. And also, how much future proofing towards quantum resistance
is it? Quantum proof?
Quantum resistant encryption.
Oh, quantum resistant.
You know, I'm just gonna. I'm gonna call up one of those people like, can I get my quantums? I need 2 packs of Pall Malls and a quantum. But
30 grams of that quantum you got back there,
and a spoon. Anyways, we got to stop asking stupid questions and start asking questions that tell us, how are you structured to keep up, to do business, to, you know, how many times I hear the vendor says we can't upgrade that system because you wanted to go to server 2019. No, we can't run on that.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to go to 2022? Well, we can't run on that either.
Yeah.
Why? Because the code is orphaned. Sorry.
Well,
Yeah.
it's orphaned code. It's my favorite one I ran into is the like anyone who ever knew anything about this is dead.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Or they're not in with the company anymore.
Nobody has a clue.
Yeah.
Don't turn it off and we're good. You know.
Right.
Yeah. And so there's so much of that. I don't see this grabbing everything, but I do seeing it. I do see it.
Grab the new. Just like, let's start with, so I do this with my clients. I draw a line in the sand. Because when we're thinking about securing something, when we're thinking about how we go through that, if we factor legacy, I'm going to blow the budget. I'm going to.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Right. So I'm more interested in draw the line in the sand. And what are the things that coming in we can control while we then work on. But first step, stop the bleed. First step, get some kind of gated control in place so that nothing new is onboarded.
And don't hype. I mean, I was talking to a team today, and they're building some stuff for us, big things. And I was starting to ask all the not even the awkward questions, the nice but semi-awkward questions. And one of them was like, well, we can send you our SOC 1 and SOC 2. And I just looked and I'm like, I got toilet paper that's worth more than that. And you could tell they were like,
how about it's an accounting standard? Can we just confront that the audit we love to tout is an accounting
standard? I know. And so we got that as a requirement. It's coming up on some of the job description stuff, but I just, it's like, I want reality. I just want a reality check. And actually the vendor call we were on today, there was like 3 different parts of the vendor team there. And thank God the security guy was almost as cynical as the rest of us. Cause he's like, yeah, I got this and I got this. And yeah, we're working on this. And I'm just like, I love you. I'm getting a reality check and I'm getting honesty and integrity, which is exactly what I need to hear.
Well, and if they understood that any reasonable person knows nothing's perfect, and if you've lived through an implementation hell or two, you absolutely know that and we'll never forget it.
Yeah.
Why then don't we just keep it real? Like I would rather do business eyes wide open. Oh, okay. So I got to write the script for that. Okay. That's fine.
Because we stage our fucking houses in our real life to look like absolute palaces. I mean, that's why we do this shit. Because we keep.
Now, have you put the triangle on the toilet paper yet?
Fuck off.
No, you got to fold it. So you fold it in.
I know.
I can show you how to make a towel swan.
Don't do it. I will reach through the computer screen and eat you with the soggy end.
I love you. And therefore I have to poke.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. But is the problem.
No, I get it, man. When we move out of here, we're gonna move out of here, and then it can be sold. I'm not living in that hell. I can't. And if I don't have the beans, I guess it's not time to move.
I told Jen I'm going to set fire to the house and then we'll just sell what's left. And she's like, you can't do that. The insurance company doesn't give you money. They give you money to rebuild. They don't just write you a check. And I'm like, fuck it.
If you double insure.
Oh, well, there we go. See? Yeah, but then they get suspicious.
My grandfather, he's dead now. I can tell this story. So both my grandmother and my grandfather on my mom's side, my grandmother, bless her heart, sweetest woman you'll ever meet, but was a hoarder of antiquity, an antiquity could be found at the antique store, for more than it should cost, or in your garbage can. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair game across the board, but she was a hoarder. She had every precious moments angel hallmark ever freaking made ever, and in some cases in triplicate. I remember that being told we don't send her birthday cards because she has every birthday card from like 1943 to now, right? Like, so anyways,
he
there was just pests. And the few times that I had visited, I had seen that. My dad tells me a story from when he was married to my mom. And he goes, everybody was gone except your grandfather. I came over to visit. And I walk in and he's down in the basement. He had one chair, a little side table, a path to get in and out, and a TV across the way. And that was like his space. And then the rest of it was just her stuff. Oh, wow. Oh yeah. So my dad comes down the stairs and he hears whack, whack, whack. And he's like, what the hell's that? And he can't see because it's a path. Like I have to turn sideways kind of path. And he gets to where my grandfather's like little nook was, and he's sitting there with a hatchet chopping furniture and tossing it in the fireplace while burning a doob, right? And they're a very religious household. And so my dad goes, what you doing? He goes, I can't fucking take it. He goes, I tried to come to watch the game and then the shit fell over and I fucking had it. And she ain't going to notice. And if she does, fuck it. Right. So they sat there all night long, drinking beers, burning furniture. Like it's one of his like great bonding moments with that man.
That's hilarious.
Okay. Now fast forward. My mom calls me on my birthday. And in my world, that's like a what is going on kind of event. It was the first time she had ever called me. And I said to Amy before I answered, I said, oh, do you think that she finally like figured this thing out? And she goes, I don't know, answer. So I answer, well, she called me to tell me that my grandparents' home burnt to the ground. Now, immediately I went, oh, I bet that wasn't an accident. So I end up talking to him and I said, listen, I'm going to tell you my theory. My theory is because it was some strange electrical issue in the bathroom and whatever. Yeah. It just wasn't,
Oh yeah.
And the fire department couldn't get in anyhow if they wanted to, because a bunch of stuff collapsed on the way out that made it. So anyways, I'm like, hey, I think you stubbed your toe and dropped a match and called it good. And he looked at me and he goes, might have been something like that. We'll never know.
Yeah.
But I say that because such a salt of the earth guy, but I can totally see him just being like, it's been 60 some odd years. I'm done. I've hit my wall. I've dealt this day in and day out for 60 plus fucking years.
Oh, God.
All I wanted to do was take a shit. Yeah. Couldn't get there, fucking busted my hip on something or, whatever it was. And just
love it.
So yeah, there's my story about that. That's
awesome.
So always make sure there's a fire exit or bad electrical in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Well, the cool thing about going down to Mexico, because you talk about leaving I got 10 surveillance cameras now that I think will cover what I want to cover. And then thanks to your idea, Chris, I can't have a gun down there. So we're going with sensory techniques.
Good call.
Yeah.
Yep.
Vision and sound.
Yep. Yeah. Can you take is pepper spray allowed?
I'm not sure. It's a good question.
Double check, because I've got some. I got the good stuff. If you ever need any.
I love that flashlight, man. That flashlight.
Yeah, that thing's amazing. I can't have weapons. I won't put weapons within arm's reach when I'm asleep. But the flashlight is a good second best. Ooh. Says the guy who just got a very nice set of lasers that we've been amping up for a little bit now. We got lasers, really good lasers.
Blue ones?
7 watts and above. Yo.
So we should talk about that, because one of my dream projects in the shop is a CNC
laser.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, if you could get Jen's brother to not squirrel for more than 30 fucking seconds. That was his background. He built some really interesting, like heavy duty industrial ones for companies. So he knows that stuff. But yeah, there's I know the company in China that you can get the 15, 30, 100 watt ones if you want the good ones.
The research ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Not for retail use.
Yeah, those are the ones. Yeah. Only for research use. Yeah.
Shoot me the link for sure, man.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
We picked up a bunch of these, and we got, funnily enough, we got for Pride Month, we got a rainbow laser, so it's got all the different colors. Totally fucking awesome. Really love this one.
I want a clean cut 1/2-inch plate steel. I'm also thinking about water, because the water jet stuff is pretty fucking impressive.
That stuff's, that's crazy stuff. I don't know which is more effective. That's a good question. I have no clue.
Although I'd still like to get, I might even just get one of the cheapies off of Amazon for like doing surface etching.
Mm-hmm. You could probably.
I've started to do mechanics. I'm currently building a vise and letter jig rig, because it turns out I'm now gun shy of hitting things that I'm holding. Remember when I broke my thumb?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, by hitting it with a hammer. So interesting phenomenon. I'm out in the shop, and I don't know if you've ever like set a punch or chisel or whatever, but you got to hit it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm doing a punching of steel, right? I'm doing letter, and design punches, and so you've got to tap it pretty good with about a 3-4 pound hammer. Well, my body, I guess, is not into that, because I went to go, because blacksmithing, no problem. My hand's nowhere near the hammer, so I can smash the metal all day.
Oh yeah.
This is the first time since I broke my thumb that I'm holding something in my hand and hitting it, and not like holding the handle of some tool and hitting it, right? Yeah. And I go to hit it, Chris. I swear to God, I'm like, and I go to give it the drop, and I get to about right here, and my body's like, "Go fuck yourself, son."
Oh no!
And I'm like, "The fuck was that?" So then I go, and then it, like, right before I hit, it goes, "Soften it up." Like I can't bring myself, like, there's just
something.
And I'm afraid that if I force past it, that's when I screw up.
Yeah, which is something that's going to happen to either the metal or you.
So likely I'm like, you. Son of a bitch. So I start like looking into this stuff. Well, there really doesn't exist a tool for the problem I want to solve. So I'm now making that tool.
And so you're going to have to make like a heavy duty clamp that's effective enough to hold something, yet
right,
if also effective enough.
It's I'm making a 2-axis. So I've got the vise comes in like this to hold the material.
Yeah.
And then I've got a vise up top like this to hold
because
I also have different size stamps, so I wanted it to be adjustable to
variable. Yeah, that makes sense. You're going to have it so it holds it effective enough, but it still allows movement when you hit it.
Not side to side or this way.
No,
movement
but
down. Yes.
Down, yeah. Yep. Exactly.
Yep.
Oh gosh. You need an automatic machine to do that. I'm sorry, it's going to be easier. CNC. It could.
I've been doing like machining with a drill press and just like a tape measure.
Yeah.
So like, yeah. So I'm ready to upgrade.
What would probably, and I was thinking about this the other day, because we have the whatever it is, the plastic that makes the 3D modeling thing. I was looking at that, and really what it sounds like you need to build yourself is probably like a 3-foot by 3-foot square tubular architecture with an automatic motor on it that just does all the axes necessary, that you can just swap tools in and out. So very easy, just screw new tools in and out, that has enough power that it could drive something down. If it held it, it could actually drive it down with enough force,
right?
As well as something to, I don't know, attach a laser to, or attach a milling system or a drilling system to. Basically, that's what you need. You need a tool system.
So
they make them, but they're a little expensive.
Well, so that's the other thing I'm looking at building, because I'm crazy like that, and it's fun for me. I'm actually looking at building my own milling table.
Yeah, that's those.
But you got to be so precision, and I don't have a lathe. That's the one tool I'm missing. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I need to do a wood lathe, all you do is modify a drill truck.
Mm-hmm.
You can just take a cordless drill, couple rounds. I mean, you can make a wood lathe really easy.
Oh yeah, totally.
A metal lathe, that's a little bit of a different
beastie. Yeah. Why don't you go buy like a because
there's so much money.
Buy a used one from Craigslist.
So much money. They're like anvils, dude. A working mill is gonna run you 10K.
Oh shit.
A working mill is gonna run now. I was looking at some benchtop ones, but the problem is a lot of them are these cheap Chinese.
You want the kind of ones that we had at school that were kid proof almost, basically the ones that stood on their own.
Yeah. Well, and then there's the space aspect too. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. The shed goes in. It's the first time I'm letting somebody do something that I paid significant money for that I can and have done myself.
Right.
And so I at least am putting the second coat of paint on it. Hard to let go.
One of the houses we're looking at has got a 50 by 35 or 40 foot shed, as I like to call it.
Is it got a concrete slab on the ground?
All concrete, set properly, the whole lot. Yeah, 13-foot doors, all that kind of good silliness.
Nice. All right, it's my turn to walk away.
Yeah, well, you walk away because I need liquid at some point.
Yeah, I gotta read. Well, I'll go for liquids and
what?
Yeah, I'm gonna go do the liquids run.
You go do liquids run. When you get back, I'm gonna do liquids run.
So, want me to do what?
You and I are holding down the fort. Ryan is going to go do a liquid run. Then when Ryan gets back, I'm going to go get something to drink.
Well, you look like a nice fella.
No, sometimes I can be. Not often, though.
Yeah. I was talking to somebody today about, I used the word swimmingly today.
How'd that go down?
Well, I put the interpretation in there too.
Oh no! So see, this is what you just don't do it. It gets slipped in as just a normal standard word, and you just keep going, and you just leave them. Yeah. See, that's the one. This is the one I have here on the desk, and then upstairs I got the big beastie. Yeah, those are fun beasts.
This is the one you gave me, man. Which is
That's the one. Yeah. Yeah, that thing's a beast.
Yeah, I love this. I can't take it off, man. It's going to come and be put to good use. It's going to be a safety thing.
Yeah, no, they're good. They're good beasties. Oh, ow.
Well, I love how it's rechargeable too. I mean, that's
pretty damn convenient. I got to recharge. Speaking of which, I got to recharge this one. I've been using it a bunch. We've been obviously with all the house stuff going on, we've been playing nice with getting on this place, everything, tip top as opposed to just in good shape.
Who makes that flashlight?
Which one? The one
that, yeah. Who makes that?
I don't know.
I can tell you. Hang on a sec.
Because I've heard infamous tales, and I'm a flashlight guy. I have one that has a warning label about heat.
Yeah.
It's got a little target on there too. You won't be able to see it, but whatever, it's on there. Yeah,
it like projects a target, you mean?
Yeah.
So there's two. I think Evan has the night call one, which I got him, and I have a mech army one. So I have a mech army one, and I think
feel the heat.
Yeah. So do you want me to send you the link to it from?
Yeah, for sure, man.
So this is the one. I'm pretty damn sure this is the one that I got for.
How are they going to not have a secured website? Come on. Chris, are you giving yourself discounts?
Shh, don't tell anybody. Which so where are you looking at? Nickel's website?
I went to mecharmy.com.
Oh yeah, I got mine from Amazon because I didn't trust their site.
Okay, because I'm looking. Oh, you know why? Because it's shopmecharmy.com is the legit site, and the mecharmy.com is not.
So I'll send you the two I got. It looks like they're both currently unavailable from Amazon's, but at least you'll get the reference numbers. I think the Nightcore one is now, I think it's been superseded. There's one that's like 9,800. That one's only like 9,600 lumen or something like that.
I just fell in love with my next project.
You're gonna build a beastie?
I'm gonna build one of these titanium knuckles.
You on Mech Army stuff?
Yeah, I'm looking at their the knuckles they've got right now.
Oh, Mech Army's got some freaking awesome shit. I love they have fun. We'll just leave it at that.
That's got this kind of lens on it.
Oh yeah, that's intense too. Did you pull the lens off? Like,
No.
that's just the flashlight.
Yeah, this is how Chris gave it to me.
Oh, okay. No, it was so clear that you could like see straight down. That's why I was wondering if it had. Oh, yeah. Well, and that, did you know that the beacons that you see on top of the radio towers, right, that you can see for miles and miles and miles, those are like 3-watt light bulbs. It's the shape of the glass.
I was just gonna say it's the glass. Yeah.
Yep. We got our hands on one of those once, and we put a strobe light inside of it, and then we were out on Lake Minnetonka, and like 15 minutes later the cops were there. They were quite unhappy about that situation.
Oh, I bet. So
we also got a hold of the tornado siren.
Oh yes, those are fun to
like
play.
But the inner, right? Not the full horn, but just like the inner guts. And that thing's still crazy loud.
So the PT60, the Mech Army PT60, that's the one that I have by the side of the bed. And I like it, one, because the thing's as bright as the one Evan's got. It's got strobe and a bunch of others you can set, but I also love it is the battery in it. It's like it's a huge battery, a 3,400 milliamp battery pack that you can actually use to charge other USB stuff if you ever get into a bit of a shift.
Nunchuck flashlight.
Don't go there. They do good things.
Nunchuck flashlight.
Just look at their tactical pens.
I feel like, oh, come on. That's cute.
Yeah, their tactical pens are really freaking nice.
Is that spec though? Like, can I actually? No. Okay, it's a pen.
Yeah, the titanium tactical pen. If you look, they got one called the TPX20. That's a pen, but it's also got a place where you can actually quite easily put a finger in and very quickly turn it into something which isn't a tactical pen anymore.
It almost looked like a bolt carrier group.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It's kind of nice.
I was like, is that a BCG in disguise?
Yeah, it's really, really nice.
Okay. Yep. I see that. Yeah, you ain't getting that through the airport.
I've never tried getting one of those through the airport, but it's a pen. All it's there. It's so you don't lose it.
Can you detach? No, you can't. See, therein lies the problem. If you could detach the finger component.
I don't know. I'd be intrigued to know whether it would go through it.
Well, let's be honest. It totally will go through it. I mean, it's
a pen.
Or a gun or, whatever.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, all good fun.
I like it. That's neat.
Yeah, they do fun toys.
Cute.
All right, we got everybody. Is anybody? Did we lose people on the thing, or do we tell them what we were messing with? Are they looking at Mech Army?
Oh yeah, we should probably give them the link.
Do you want to send the link for both the Mech Army one and also the Nightcore stuff?
Yes, sir. And you got the let's see, there it go.
On the Nightcore one, the Nightcore one's no longer, that doesn't look like, well, I mean, you can probably get it. That Nightcore one, the team TM9K, looks like it's actually been superseded.
They have a new one out.
Yeah, it looks like they're off. Amazon shows a new one, but I liked it. I mean, it's a nice one. I don't know if you can still get it elsewhere. Let me just take a look. Might be able to. Oh yeah, looks like you can. Nightcore still sells it.
I like it. We'll get the
here. I'll send you the here's the official link for it for the Nightcore one. There you go.
I'm still trying to find the model that I have. I don't know which model it is.
Yeah, I think is it not? I just put it in the chat, Evan. I thought it was that.
It doesn't have this front end.
No, you're right. A different lens on it.
And this on the side. I took the battery out.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember what's. I don't know. Hang on, let me see if I can find which one it was.
Damn, 9,500 lumens.
Yeah.
Hot diggity.
I don't fuck around.
Well, clearly.
It's definitely a Nightcore. I just don't know which model it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not messing around. We're doing it properly.
Does it got the tactical tail switch and the turbo ready button?
Damn right. You got ready buttons. I got
turbo ready. I like it. So what is it with flashlights? My wife has always wanted to know, and I've never been able to describe it other than I can't have enough, and the brighter the better.
I'm not quite that bad. I like a good flashlight.
Yeah, it's got to be a good. It's got to be one or two good solid ones. Like I'm still trying to find a really good dive flashlight for my night dives. I don't mind the one I have, but I want a better one. So I'll spend $300-400 on a really nice one if I can find one that I really like. You know, you want something that's going to be reliable, because I mean, usually you're using the flashlight when you need it.
Right.
So when you push that button and the light doesn't come on, well, fuck, now what?
Well, and that's my issue with some of the rechargeable ones is that, you know, you have this lithium in there, and, you know, if you don't use it, you lose it, right? You know, they degrade over time if you just ignore them.
Well, the good thing about this one is it does have when I turn it on, it does have a charge.
Yeah.
So I can always tell, you know, like when I see it start getting down to 2 and 1, then I'll just plug it in. But it's held the charge, you know, pretty damn well. I play with it a lot.
Well, yeah, and you're using it, right? What is it? The Immolent MS-18 is that 1 million? Does that say 1 million lumens?
Oh yeah, they've got a couple of stupid big. Yeah, but you look at the size of the bloody thing.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's 100,000 lumens. Okay.
Yeah, 100,000 lumens. Yeah, but you look at the size of the bloody thing.
Well, it's a spotlight.
Yeah. Yeah, I want something that I can actually, I don't know, keep by the side of the bed effectively.
Yeah, nothing really bigger than this.
Yeah.
I mean, this is honestly, it's the perfect flashlight. You know, when I got it from you, Chris, I was like, fuck yeah, this is like beautiful.
Yeah, they do nice jobs. I do like the stuff they have.
The one I've got's pretty damn bright.
And I don't know how many lumens this one is. My dive flashlight, I think, is 3,000 lumens.
I think if I remember on that one, let me just double check on orders.
Yeah, because I'd love to order a couple of these, put them in a couple of the bedrooms at the house too.
Take a look. Your orders. Oh, I can't spell apparently.
So I'd like my guests to be.
Oh, hang on. I found it. I found it.
Oh, what's the model?
Oh, it's actually more lumens. It's not.
I got the
Mhm.
that joint like that, and it's pretty. I mean, it's pretty good. It's
Yeah.
It's, you can feel the heat.
You know
on
what?
it.
I got these ones because they looked interesting and they were a lot cheaper than the tactical ones. Here, I just found it. Yeah, they actually aren't expensive at all.
It's also got this,
Oh yeah, that's a nice feature.
Oh, I didn't see that. Yeah, so here's what's going to surprise you. You've seen the price of those. You saw the price of those ones, the Nightcore ones and everything, and they're about $150 a piece. I just found the one I got for you guys. And I didn't think, because I bought a couple for myself. I'm like, holy shit, these are actually awesome. And that's why I sent them to you guys. Is they weren't crazy priced at all.
Yeah, that's the one. So
Yeah,
100,000 lumens?
that's what it says.
Holy shit. On waterproof. That's cool. That's good to know. I wasn't sure. I figured it was because it had a seal, but I didn't know. I didn't want to try it either until I had more because I really like this one. I'm gonna buy a bunch of these. Yeah, this is the one.
Yeah, it's I wasn't because I looked at the other ones and then I found that one. I'm like, well, let's give it a go. And I remember buying a couple and going, holy shit, for that price, you could literally pick up like one Nightcore or 3 or 4 of those.
Well, and like I said, man, this thing is I've dropped this thing numerous times. I mean, it's already had its use.
Nice. Oh, that's good to know. I've got I like the Nightcore stuff, and this little beastie here is a nice one.
Yeah, but for that price, I mean,
I know. It's
and,
four of those.
that's the one you have, Evan. You have the Amazon one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, it gets good ratings too, man. 500.
Yeah, no, it's well, you said that you used it and it was good. That's all the rating I need.
Yeah, it's
like I wouldn't take a tool recommendation from Chris outside of a flashlight, but Evan, absolutely. Like if he says that that's a shitty saw blade, he probably is going to know it's a shitty saw blade.
Yeah, man, it's shitty. So IP65, what's IP65 down to? I don't remember IP65 in terms of waterproof. What does that mean?
You can go down. You can't. I don't know if you can dive with that. I think that's rated for direct wet.
Yeah, you need IP. Looks like you need
from
IP67.
Water jets from any angle, but not submerged.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know.
So they're water resistant and protected against temporary submersion up to 10 minutes.
Because a flashlight like this, diving would be fucking awesome.
For diving, you want a
because I would love to have this. I would love to have like when you see something and and you want to,
so I've got a
focused on it.
You want an 8.
Here, I'll send you what I have for diving.
Yeah, please.
Stick it in the chat. There you go.
So I'm planning on doing a lot of night dives.
So I is for impact and P apparently is for water. I don't know why, but
oh, all right. Oh, it's got a video camera on it. No,
it's
Okay.
It can be used as part of one. Yeah.
Ingress protection.
Okay, you like this one?
I haven't used it in a while. I used it when I first went out and I really liked it. It was actually a nice beastie. It's got so many extra bits and bobs and toys and crap that goes with it. It's actually not a bad little beastie.
Well, 6,500 lumens. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's decent.
70 meters. I'm not going any deeper than that on a night dive anytime soon. All right, I'm gonna buy it. Consider it bought. And I can get it free delivery by Sunday. Plenty of time
Ooh.
before I dive. My wife is getting so pissed off because I've been on like a buying spree. Like, oh, that would be cool down in Mexico too. And how about that? Yeah, more cameras. She's like, how many fucking cameras do you need? And I'm like, I don't know. Can you have
All of
too
them?
many? Yeah.
The nice thing on this one, if I remember rightly, it's got red light capability as well.
Oh, nice.
If I remember, I think it does. Mine's out on the other side. Let me take a look. 3 types of LEDs. There you go. White light. There we go. Red light. Underwater photography and LED. It's actually nice. Red light underwater is useful stuff.
Like it. This is cool. This just made my day because I've been shopping and I was like, God, I don't know, man. But
yeah, that one's I've used. It's a beastie.
that's cool.
Good night, Chip.
Chip's leaving.
Chip's out of here. Good night, Chip.
Thought you were in to win it. Thought you were in to win it, Chip.
Oh,
Well, I mean, we are shopping for flashlights, so.
that is true.
Yeah, we're guys shopping for flashlights.
No, I know. Like we went down.
Does it
that
get any
rabbit
more
hole
fun than
hard.
this?
You want to post the the diving one? I think somebody was Daniel was asking about that one.
All over it, making.
Oh
that.
no, actually he was no, sorry. Daniel was talking about the one that Evan has, the $40 one.
Oh yeah, for sure. Here we go. I think that's the right one.
Oh yeah, I just got upgraded to gold on my Delta.
Nice.
You know why?
Why? Why?
So I spent $25,000 on this with this fucking Amex card.
That'll do it.
I know,
Oh
I keep doing it, and then now Amex just up to my
Limit.
limit. So it's like this is so much fun. And then Marlos is like, I'm getting tired of paying these fucking bills. I'm like, so
I'm waiting to get yelled at for all the trips to Ace. So I had a cheap tap and die kit that I had got at Harbor Freight. I don't know, 10 years ago. And I have murdered this fucking thing, right? There are taps that are missing. And if I needed a size and it didn't have it in the cheap set, I'd go get an Irwin. Irwins, you treat them right, they generally, will last you quite some time. Having said that, I did snap a couple of them throughout the week. But anyways, just like little by little I've been amassing while I keep running into different things in this project I'm doing where I'm like, well, I need a different size for that. So it's like every day it's just been like, where are you going? I gotta go to Ace. I'll be right back.
Oh,
I'll like 5-6 trips. I'm getting like, it's all cheap little shit, but it adds up.
I don't see any problem with that.
I made a thing. Oh, it's a thing.
Hold your thing up closer to the camera.
So what I've been doing is prototyping. So like for this one, I wanted to figure out how to do like mechanicals so I could get things to rotate but stay stationary. So I build small scale stuff to teach myself how it works. So I'm learning all this shit off of YouTube and websites and old men going, what I do is you take this here beer can and you hot glue it to a cat. And now you put a drill bit in the cat's butt and step on it. That's a drill press. So a lot of trial and error, but that seems to suit me right now. I think that's kind of the phase of life I'm in right now.
Nothing wrong with that, man.
Huh?
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, I never want to lose my curiosity and newness. Like I love exploring and learning the new, and I love to find new things in old things and new ways of doing old things. And,
Well, that's hacking.
I know.
That's what we do. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. I've got a Nook that I've been eyeing up, and I'm like, got to get a few things, in order first. And then I got a couple little fun things. I got some satellite dishes that need to be pointed places, and I'm going to use the Nook to be a collector. And
I fit my, I took my, Starlink and, was able to fit it into a carry-on bag.
really,
Nice.
Yeah. So we'll be bringing that down to Mexico soon. I'm excited about that. I'm still trying to figure out how I can. Have you guys ever spliced into fiber before? I've never done it before, but it doesn't look like it'd be
spliced.
hard. Yeah,
Split, sure. Spliced, no, because you need the machine, and the
I need a
machine
machine
is
for that?
very expensive. They have the
'cause I can
machine for
see-
that.
because I can see the fucking fiber down the hill.
Yeah.
And I'm half fucking inclined to just fucking climb up that fucking thing.
So if you teed it, if you go up and you snip and you go plug, and plug off the tee, you're golden.
I can do that.
You can do that.
I've never done that.
But splicing requires a machine because you have to meld the glass. You actually have to
Glass,
heat
yeah.
and meld the glass tubes, and it's so
Well,
precision because they're so fine that
It's like a silica plastic now.
well, right, but it's a machine. Here, I'll show you. There's a machine they make.
No, I don't need, if I don't need the machine, I don't care.
But no, you can splice and split. You can put a splitter in there.
All right.
Go with a T-split that's made for it.
So I
Now
think
you're
if I
going to
it-
knock out whatever's on the other end.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna have to do some research and
You have to cut it.
maybe practice a little bit. But if I climb up the pole at like say 3 o'clock in the morning, it's in Mexico. They probably aren't monitoring that well.
Well,
And
first
if I
off,
can tap in quick enough, then
no, you're doing it wrong. You want to rent a white van.
Yeah, there we go.
You want to put on the side of the white van a fucking
No.
magnet that you printed out that
not
says
in Mexico. Not in Mexico. It looks totally normal for people to be climbing poles in Mexico.
well, then you want to do that shit during the day, not at 3 o'clock in the
I
morning.
know. No, it probably looks normal at 3 o'clock. It's Mexico. That's why.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
It
Well,
fits me perfect, man. Because like all the weird shit that I do, like they look at me and like, that's cool. Here in the United States, they all look at me like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I love it there. They get me.
All right, you guys keep talking for a minute. I need liquid.
All right.
so
Can I where do I buy one of these tea things you talk about?
hold
I
on.
suppose I got to figure out what kind of fiber it is first, don't I?
Yep. So basically, you're gonna do.
Oh, I see. Looks legit. Oh, you got to fucking have an end on that one. That ain't gonna work.
That's the other direction. Hold on. I want.
This is the incriminating stuff that we needed the disclaimer for, right?
That yes, very much so.
Okay. Cool.
Looks like $12 on Amazon. You can get a coupler.
Send me a link. Do you I don't think Mexicans listen to the show, do they?
I don't think so. Now you are gonna have to put the ends on. So let me get you the ends
No.
because this is set up. This is set up to do the split. So this is the split itself. Right. So 1 to 2.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Then you need the end. Because what you do is you cut it, you put one end on,
Mhm.
and then using this splitter, you go 1, 2, and then you run off of the third. And you put
Mhm.
another end on that, run up to your side, stick an end on that you're going to terminate into the modem.
Mhm. I like this.
There's another option for you. Here's another way of doing it, a little bit smaller profile, but you then basically run your own cables.
Do you think my wife is gonna be mad? She won't.
Well, that's Toslink. Never mind. You don't want that one. That's not the right one.
So
You
then,
want DT.
yeah, that'd be nice. And then we got to figure out how to get into the that microwave.
Oh yeah. Well, that's some of the fun stuff I want to get
Then I
into.
have 4 internets down in Mexico.
What is this?
Got Starlink. I got my DSL that sucks. I'll figure out this fiber thing. What am I gonna put? Yeah, I got more research to do because getting the circuit up there is one thing. The data terminal equipment is another thing.
Oh, here you go. Here's a 32 split.
32.
Yeah,
Should I start my own side business?
you could. Like, here's a 1x4 plex splitter. Yeah,
Like, honey, we're running a little bit low on budget. So I got a new business idea.
so this is a 4 coupler. And they get bigger. You can see this box, accommodates up to 8 just in this box. So you can do fiber to the point, fiber to the home. You can do passive optical, gigabit passive optical. So you got to figure out what kind of fiber,
Exactly. I knew that was going to come.
right? Like what's it running? This one is universal, so it's going to accommodate. That same website should have a 1 to 2 and a, but I'm trying to find the ends for you.
So if we're doing the 100th episode, which assuming we are, I'm gonna crack open.
Yeah, celebrate.
Oh, you're having something good? I might have to go get something good. Ooh, I like this.
There you go.
Evan,
Hmm.
you're gonna need this. So there's a tool. This thing's sexy. What do you got? Bangladesh? Check that sexy beast out. This is the kind of shit I want to be able to machine.
Ooh.
I want to be able to make stuff like that. Not that I'm planning for, manufacturing an unavailable thing to us in the not too distant future or anything, but
Yeah. This is some cool stuff on that one.
oh yeah. This
That's not bad.
website's got the stuff you're looking for. So it's got the and
Come on.
they have the 4th level data center stuff. This will have all the ends, the crimpers, the sheaths, all that fun stuff.
Fusion splicer. That sounds cool.
That is the tool I was referring to.
How much is a fusion splicer? Oh, that's badass.
Ooh, they have a quantum fusion splicer.
Shut the front door.
They have it. I'm looking right at it. Quantum fusion.
Quantum fusion splicer.
Now, Chris, does that taste like pure dirt and coffee or just?
So this is a stout aged in oak bourbon barrels.
Okay.
So proper beer.
You and I we just don't see eye to eye on that. We just don't. You say proper beer. I say it shouldn't be that thick or that dark.
This actually, I mean, this is only 13 or 14% or something like that. And you actually can't see light through it, which is exactly how it should be. It's not that thick. I can actually pour it out properly. So
I've got some root beer moonshine I've been meaning to try.
Speaking of moonshine, we went through a whole bunch of that out in Israel. Like seriously went through it.
I mean, I hope they're okay.
Everybody got the same disclaimer.
Okay, I just want you to know that after that episode, I was sitting on my couch and I envisioned you walking up to random people and going, "Excuse me, would you like some of my bathtub gin?"
Pretty much.
It's made with dingleberries.
Oh, we had so much fucking fun with that shit. It was good. It was nice to be out there. It was a lot of work, but it was good to be out there.
So I got to go to Bulgaria. And I decided if I'm getting on an airplane and going over across the pond, that I should hit the UK
Yep.
and Israel while I'm over there. The most expensive part of that journey is getting to that half of the world.
Mm-hmm. While you're there, go see bits of it. When are you going to be over there?
Well, TBD, but sooner rather than later, because I need to I need to show up and, you know, let those folks know, hey, you're part of this organization, and, you know, we do care. And
Gotcha.
Nothing shows give a shit like presence.
Like turning up. Yeah, exactly. No, that makes perfect sense. Yeah.
So, you know, I don't know how else to send the message other than showing up and hanging out. So, but I bring that up because I would like very much, if before I go, you and others maybe do a few intros, help me set up some time with some folks just to shoot the shit, check in. And I'm gonna try to get with Ian while I'm over there. Him and I have made friends on the LinkedIn.
Over in Israel, there's some amazing people. I'll happily.
Well, I definitely want to see Ayelet. I'm gonna make it a point to do that. May Brooks, while I'm over there, I want to visit with her.
Yeah.
Gabby's over there, right?
No, Wiser Gabby?
Yeah.
No, he's in New York.
Oh, I know he goes back and forth sometimes.
Yeah, that is true.
I didn't know where he resided.
He's got the mainstay, I think, is the house in New York, but don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure.
But either way, I feel a growing weight on the heart to make the pilgrimage, if you will.
Oh, I told you I did that whole Jerusalem shenanigans.
I know. And then you were like, and then your guy's buried here. And it's like, no, he's not. He got up and walked away. He got up and walked away. FYI.
We were gonna leave ow. Damn it, got beard hair caught in the watch.
I mean, these things, they happen. I get the mustache hair occasionally caught in the pop can lid. Well, good Lord.
I'm shaving
rip it out at this point. What are you doing?
No, it hurts. Ow. God,
you're shaving?
I'm shaving my beard in less than like 50 days.
Why?
Why? Yeah, why?
Just going for it, man.
Just because?
Because I'm in Mexico. It's a new chapter.
There's a whole beard sponsorship thing.
I wonder how many chins I have under here. I got to figure it out.
There's a beard sponsorship thing. You should shave your beard at the same time as the sponsor. I'll forward it to you because Carrie Simpson's doing it. There's a whole bunch of folks doing this charity beard thing.
Okay.
I'll forward it to you.
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right, it's on its way to you.
I mean, I'm going to tell you, you definitely look more badass with the beard.
I can grow it again.
I was going to shave my sides. I was going to obviously keep the main core here. I was going to shave the sides down at some point, but I think I'm going to keep them for a while. We'll see.
I would love if before you shave it off, if you could have somebody do some artistic stuff. Like, I don't know if you've seen some of the sculpture work these people can do with beards like yours, but like, trim it like a hedge. So it's like a swan.
Maybe.
You know,
I'll do something. But I think it'll be one, I don't know what I look like anymore. So it'll be kind of interesting to see that. And then I think, I don't know, it'll make eating better because I still eat a lot of my beard. You know, I mean, I forget that sometimes I forget we're there and I put especially like a hamburger or something, you eat it and it's like, son of a bitch.
Eat it with a knife and fork.
I'm not civilized.
I trimmed all this down for the next 2 weeks worth of diving. So there's like, this and this all around here is all like a number 3.
Don't ever eat a burger in my presence with a knife and fork, please. Don't. That's the only way I eat a burger. I will only eat a burger with a knife and fork. So we're never having burgers together, but steak I'm all about.
Why not? It's a burger. It's
right. It literally comes with the utensil wrapped around the deliciousness.
No.
Yeah, you hold it and then
Yeah.
it's like eating pizza.
How is that?
I eat pizza with a knife and fork. What the hell are you on about? I eat burritos with a knife and fork.
Okay, you do understand the purpose of these foods being packaged the way they are is for the lack of utensil use, right? Like,
yeah, I know. It's like Cornish pasties. I will occasionally eat a Cornish pasty.
What the fuck's a Cornish pasty?
Yeah, it's a Cornish pasty.
Is that a British way for saying corny pasties?
Cornish pasty.
Oh,
I'm looking at
what is this?
A Cornish pasty it's a Cornish pasty. It's a meal wrapped inside pastry and then baked.
I'm assuming Cornish game hen is one of the.
No. Lamb.
It looks like a fucking hot pocket to me.
It's a hot pocket.
It's a Cornish pasty.
It's a hot pocket.
It's a British hot pocket.
Cornish pasty, damn it. I had a Cornish pasty when I stopped off in the UK the other day on the way to Israel and see Mum. The first stop I always make is I come off the motorway, stop off, get a Cornish pasty. Typically get an iron brew and a Cornish pasty.
I kind of feel like I need this picture in my bathroom.
What picture?
Which one? A Cornish pasty?
I feel like that's a bathroom.
That's a Cornish pasty.
I don't want that in my fucking bathroom.
That's a calzone.
I don't want
it's
it in my
not
bathroom.
a calzone. Well, it's a Cornish pasty, which is like an English version of an Italian calzone.
Why would I want that in my bathroom, dude?
Because
I'm quirky like that. I have a picture of
creepy motherfucker like that with a fucking thing in his mouth.
I have a picture of Bill Murray in a military, like formal military dress, hanging in my living room. I'm quirky like that. I got in my bathroom right now. I got a chick taking a dump, smoking a cig, holding a bottle of booze. It's bathroom art.
That one would be better than the dude holding a fucking thing.
Cornish pasty.
I mean, better than a dude holding other things a dude could be holding, and
well, there are things you're supposed to hold in there. That is not one of them.
Okay, my favorite ever though, because I like quirky bathrooms. Actually, Chris, I loved your bathroom. A little bit.
Envious. Oh, the one down here in the
downstairs
space.
One, a little envious. Kind of guy. I've got a thing for it. My favorite was I forget where in the hell I was, but I walked in. I was at a bar, and the urinals were lips, like the wax lips kind of style.
Oh yeah.
And above it was a picture of a group of women pointing and laughing. And I was like, that's epic, dude. I love that. That's like, that is.
I told you my joke I used to do at biker bars, right?
I think so. I can't remember it though.
When you got to go in the bathroom and you stand at the urinal and say, "Hey man, nice watch."
Oh yeah.
And you got to make sure that they're midstream, so you still have a chance to get out.
Oh, that's cruel. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so you got to be sort of done. They got to be either just starting or midstream, and then you're like, "Hey, man, nice watch," and they're like, "What?" And then by the time they figure it out, you're already out the door. Hopefully,
that's not good.
Well, I've always been the antagonist, especially with bikers. Most of them are pretty fucking slow. Until they get on their bike. They're fast as shit on the bike, but
yeah, and I try not to pick those fights.
They're the best fights to pick.
I try not to pick fights.
Right.
I like to get along, but if I have to pick a fight, well, you guys seen me, right? You both lifted me and felt nothing. So
but again, you got to catch you. You know what I mean?
Okay, here's the deal.
You're squirrely. There's no way I'd get my hands on you. I'd be like, get the fuck over here.
I understand that. That's called survival mechanism, right?
Mm-hmm.
The way that I learned to fight is get off the tracks first and foremost. Get out of the way, right? Number one, like they're the aggressor. Just get out of the way. They're already at the disadvantage by being the aggressor. The second is end it. So I don't fight because I'm not looking to like maim and kill people. 7 pounds of force, an ear comes off. I don't care how aggressive you are. When I'm holding your ear in my hand and it's no longer attached to your head, you're going to slow down. But I live in Minnesota. So now I'm going to be guilty of committing a crime in the defense of myself.
I don't get in fights.
You know what I mean? Like
the last time I sort of got in a fight was I was at a bar. This is when I was still drinking, so it tells you how long ago it was. And he was accusing me of checking out his girlfriend. And I was like, I go, which one? And he points out, I go, fuck, I'd never hit on her. And that pissed him off even more. And so then he got like face to face, which was stupid. So I said, bam, and hit him on the bridge of the nose with my forehead. And I tried to tell the bouncer that, you know, I was looking down. I didn't know I was going to hit him in the fucking face because he was all bloody.
Oh yeah.
But they kicked me out. It's hard to fight too when you can't see because you cry like a baby when your nose gets broken.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The Three Stooges maneuver, man. The stuff no one ever thinks of. By the way, you know, when you start getting all Irish, that's cool, right? Soft spots. Right here. Get the little finger right there at the base of the ear and jab it real good into that lymph node.
Throat. I always like the throat too.
You got to be careful though, because again, you're trying to kill somebody because you break that hyoid bone.
It's hard for you to fight me anymore.
You can take somebody's ear off and not kill him. You can snap a pinky clean off and not kill him.
I can just make you cough a lot too and not kill you.
I mean, depends. That hyoid bone is thin. I've watched Forensic Files a lot. That's my bedtime TV.
Yeah.
Up against the nose, basically.
Yeah, but if you do the upward and it's in the brain and then they're dead.
But they don't get back up again.
See, Chris and I fight different than you. I'd rather just end it. Like end it.
They don't get back up. It's simple.
As a guy who's gone to jail for preventing his child's kidnapping, I'm gun shy.
You prevented your child's kidnapping?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
At gunpoint. And then I went to jail and spent the night in jail. And then the next morning, the DA was like, you should let him go before he sues us.
Only a night?
Well, I shouldn't have gone in the first place, Evan. Somebody was actively trying to take my child out of my home. Refused to leave. I never heard that before. I had 911 on the phone. He remembered when I said, don't fuck with me, because I'll call 911 and scream like a lady. Oh, somebody help. And throw that shit in the corner.
So here's the thing. It sounds like Evan and I come from the same school of same mindset, which is basically two to the chest, one to the head.
If I lived in Texas, I would agree.
Well,
this is the state where even if you have a conceal and carry, you still have to dive out of a second-story window if that's an option.
Yeah. Well, the law here is if there's a route of escape, you do have to take the route.
And that includes breaking your legs, leaving a second-story window.
But you know, depending on the situation, I would rather face court. Than face death.
Than be dead. Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah.
So I would probably still put one in your head.
Well, and the officer who was very kind to me while I was sitting in that jail cell for no good reason, bringing me extra blankets and pillows and coffee and cookies and books, and because most of the cops are like, "Why is he here again?" No, really, why is he? I don't understand. Like, how is what he did wrong? And he comes to me, he goes, "Hey, go step out in the hall for a second," because the cell is, you know, mic'd with the camera.
Well, and
he goes, "Hey, if this ever happens again," he goes, "drag that cocksucker into the corner of the basement and shoot him. This would have all been much easier."
No, that would have been a lot harder, man. That'd have been a lot more fucking paperwork. But I think it's in some police departments, it's standard operating procedure that if you have the gun, they'll take you. They won't charge you. They'll hold you. So
Well, I was charged. I was printed.
They charged you.
They did. The county attorney refused.
What were the charges?
Second-degree felony assault with a deadly weapon.
Really? Wow.
Pointing a gun at somebody in the state of Minnesota is considered second-degree felony assault.
Right. If you're the instigator, for sure.
And
I'm just surprised that they charged you altogether.
Well, the police department did, but the attorney didn't. So it doesn't actually become a charge until the county attorney files it. The police can arrest you on a charge or try to charge you with, but until the county attorney actually says, yes, I agree, and I am now, as county attorney, filing a charge, it doesn't go on your record as a charge, goes on your record as an arrest, but not as a charge.
Yeah, I've learned a lot of shit from the old days, being in jail enough times.
I don't like jail. I'm not. It's cold.
No, man, it's all good.
Bad,
but you learn a lot about what you're saying.
The system, yeah.
Usually it's the city attorney that's prosecuting, but I don't.
In Hennepin County, it's the county attorney that does the prosecution.
Well, they always take you down to the fucking.
Well, that was the other thing. They didn't take me to county. They kept me in the city jail.
Which city jail? Minneapolis?
St. Louis Park.
They have a city jail? I didn't even know they fucking had one.
Yep.
Because it was St. Louis Park. It was St. Louis Park who served that warrant. My last.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. My lawyer said, I said, how do I get them to stop pulling me over for nothing? He said, move.
Yeah. Well, in this
town,
it
was bad. Evan, they pulled me over one time because me and Amy had a fight, and I was going to get takeout, and I was still hot, right? And I was like 3 blocks from the house, but I knew I wasn't ready to. I'm like, I need like 2 more minutes so I can go back in reasonable. So I opt not to take the turn, which would have took me to my house. I went up to go up and come back around, right? I went up a couple blocks, and I was going to, I just needed one more song on the radio. You know what I mean? You guys have been there.
Mm-hmm.
And I get to the top of the hill from where my house is, boop, boop, lights me up.
There's some straight up wisdom right there from Joe. It's better to be judged by 12 than carried by 6.
That's what I was trying to interrupt.
Stories.
That's what I was trying to interrupt to say. Yeah.
That is perfect. That's totally the logic for me too.
Yeah. Trying to interrupt. Gentlemen, we are coming up at the top of the hour, just a heads up.
We are.
Yeah.
So 100, I'm having fun. I still think it's good to do this. I enjoy it. These are good hours of my life. So I want to do 100 more.
I do too. And there's so much potential still that we haven't even tapped into.
I was talking to Danny. So Danny and I are going to take a run at some stuff.
Yeah, for sure. And let's get that shit figured out. I got the guy kind of trying to help, but it just, I got to give him Ev's kid. And I know you're okay with it, Evan. I cannot reconcile as the issuer of said credential. I cannot reconcile that. So let's figure it out. But I do want to do more.
Yeah.
You can see, obviously, trying to upgrade the, audio, the video. I've
got upgraded audio.
I would have upgraded audio and video, but it's in a fucking packing box somewhere.
We'll get it figured out, man. But definitely let's do this. I also think, this year, let's try to get together. And I know, Ev, you're moving to Mexico, but it's more important now than probably ever that we, whether it's part of the show or not, that the 3 of us find a couple of opportunities this year to just spend some time together
as humans. Yeah, I'm with you. Absolutely.
I'll go dive with you guys. I will. I need Gustavo to go really slow with me, because if I'm learning something new, I figured it out. I was thinking about it. I was like, why did I have such an easy time? Well, the earache thing was part of it, but also too, he's like, hey, do these things. And I'm like, okay, I'm still trying to remember how to breathe. And now I'm doing all this extra. When we did the discovery dive, it was put it in your mouth. Good fucking luck. And I'm like, yay, here we go. And so I was much more able to just be in the space, be natural with it, where where I'm getting instruction and all that. So anyways, but let's do something. I love you guys. This is awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome, man.
And I'm making hoodies because Evan did not come through on his, I'm going to make the hoodies. So now I'm making the hoodies. Do you gentlemen want a hoodie and or a t-shirt with the shit show shitting man logo?
Show me. I'm intrigued on the design because I got some ideas as well.
Okay.
Before you go ahead, you and I collaborate. Yeah, you and I mess around on it because I got some ideas. I got some fun things I want to do.
I'm not good at stuff.
I just want one for me, like,
yeah.
But I want to do. I was like, if I'm going to order one for myself, I want to, ask these guys if they want one too.
Yeah, let's take a look. I'm intrigued on the design. Okay. I got some ideas.
Let's do it.
Cool.
That's all I got. What do you guys got?
It's been a good 100 episodes, man. I know you guys are truly. I grew up an only child. I don't have a lot of friends. I mean, a lot of acquaintances, and I get along with people and shit like that. But there's a lot of people I don't like to hang out with. I just don't give a shit. I like doing my thing, and you guys are people I really enjoy hanging out with. So thanks for the last 100 episodes. I look forward to more. We originally set out to do this thing because I think I wanted it to be therapeutic for us, and it's a place where it's been a safe place for me to do that. So I appreciate you guys a lot. Thank you.
What he said.
All right. Love you guys. Thank you everybody for tuning in all these times.
Yeah. Love you guys. Take care.
We'll do more.
Yes.
Definitely.
Right.